Please. It is January 20th at 6:30 p.m. This is a Finance, Legal, and Audit Committee meeting. Roll call, please.
Garfield.
Here.
Bro.
Here.
Mensch.
Here.
Rolfs.
Here.
DeWitt. Pence.
Here.
Peterson.
Present.
Miller.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
8 present, 1 absent.
Any public here that wants to speak during public comment that's not on the agenda? Okay. Next up is a treasurer's report. You all saw the treasurer's report for last month. We are gaining on the park fund as we receive funds back from our grant and TIF purchases. So it's still out of whack, but we expect that to continue that way probably for several months till we get these projects done for the year. Any questions about the treasurer's report other than that? If not, I need a motion and a second to approval.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Garfield.
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Pence.
Yes.
Rolfs.
Yes.
DeWitt. I'm sorry, Bro.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Okay, next up is Kathy Brady McVeigh with the East Central Illinois Community Action Agency. I asked her to come to the meeting tonight and tell us what she has to offer.
So if you don't mind if I talk while I'm passing these out, I'm Kathy Brady McVeigh.
Oh, I need to wait till you get to the podium. Sorry, we're recording this.
I'll pass them out.
We're recording this, sorry.
That's okay. So it's just two together. You got it. And a card.
Sorry.
Okay, that's
Make sure
all
that
right.
mic's on, please. Just tap the mic for me.
Pardon?
Just tap the mic, make sure it's on. Thank you.
Okay. I feel short. I don't know what it is. So I am Kathy Brady McVeigh, and I am a family and community development specialist with East Central Illinois Community Action. We are in Watseka now. We've currently been in Gilman, Illinois. We started our agency in 1965. We cover Vermilion, Iroquois, and Ford counties. Most people only know us through the LIHEAP program, the energy assistance. We help with gas and electric bills, but we have a plethora of other programs. We do a weatherization program. That program is an online application, but I help with that. People go online, they apply for weatherization. We send a team out. The team assesses what needs to be done. They put you on a priority list, and they go from there to get whatever your needs are met and taken care of. At the current time, with the weatherization program, we are looking for general contractors in this area that are severely needed to go out and bid jobs for us. Come back in. You are not on our specific pay. You get paid and contracted for the job, but you are your own independent contractor. We also have a community services block grant. We help with up to 15 children to be paid for the Summer Park District program. It can be costly, especially for a family with several children. We do senior nutrition programs, which are prepared by our agency. We pass out food baskets. We have financial coaching. We do intakes with transportation companies to provide transportation to and from doctor's appointments, meetings, things like that for people in the area. We also have a SNAP Employment Barrier Reduction Program, and that program helps with rental assistance. It also can help with water bills. We do like to tell people with that, if they work with Kathy, she's really great at working with people, so they just have to learn to talk and communicate. But part of our agency, or the big part of our agency, is the education. How did you get in this situation? How do we keep you out of this situation? And how do we prevent reoccurrence of the situation? We also offer a lot of education programs for people in the area that are lacking education for the workforce. We offer payment for a CDL program. That's through DAC or through KCC. You can also apply for a phlebotomy program, CNA programs. If you get hired through a factory here in town and they need steel-toed boots, don't have the funding for it, they can come to me. I can put in the grant. We give them funding for their uniforms, the steel-toed boots. We also, in the CSBG grant, if someone's car breaks down, they come to me. I get two, estimates from licensed mechanics. We pay up to $2,000 for car repairs to help people get back on the road. This program is about empowerment. It is about education. It's about awareness. We help with rental assistance. I don't know if I mentioned that. If someone gets behind on rent, we can catch it up. We work directly with the landlord. We give no monetary funds to the customers themselves. Everything goes directly to the vendors that we work with. In Iroquois County alone, we have severe needs, and I don't think that it's new to anyone here. Out of a population of 26,347 as of 2025 averages that our agency has done, 8,575 families were below the 200% federal poverty level, which equals out to 32.55% of our Iroquois County population. Our agency's vision statement and our mission statement is to eradicate that, which, yes, would eradicate my job, but it would be good to see that everyone goes to bed at night self-sufficient and supporting themselves and learning how to get out of difficult situations, regardless of what they are, empowerment and uplifting of their home, their education, education for their children. Any financial things that we can reach out for. We do a lot of fundraising. I've passed out what we have is called the VOCA, and this is our newsletter that comes out monthly. The other paper that you've got is a press release, and this is just info for anyone that you may know is a contractor to hand out and pass that word along and see if they would be interested in that program. Again, we are located here in town now at 114 North 3rd Street, and that's across from the Elks Club. Our hours are 7:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. And I look forward to being in Watseka for a long time, raising a lot of funds for our area, bringing a lot of awareness, and hopefully helping to fix a lot of things that just you're not all able to do all the time.
Could
Thank you.
could you say your phone number and your website?
Sure. It's www.comaction.org. My personal is kmcveigh@comaction.org. Our phone number is 815-785-1002.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Any
Thank
questions
you.
for Kathy? Any questions for Kathy? Okay, thanks so much for coming
Thank you,
in.
everyone. Appreciate your time.
All right, next up, we have 4 transfers to make. First one is $100,000 from the general fund, 1-10-8,000 into the Social Security Fund, 3-10-9,000. I need a motion and a second.
So move.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Garfield,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson,
Aye.
Burrow,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Next up is $122,000 from the general fund, 1-10-8,000 into the liability insurance fund, 8-10-9,000.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Burrow,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Peterson, Miller,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Next up is $47,000 from the general fund, 1-10-8,000 into the audit fund, 9-10-9,000.
So move.
Roll call, please.
Peterson,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Rolfs, Burrow,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Last transfer is $250,000 from the general fund 1-10-8,000 into the street and alley fund 6-10-9,000.
So move. Second.
Roll call, please.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Rolfs, Mensch,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
All right, that's it for the transfers. Next up is Fox Group engagement letter for the fiscal year 26 and 27. I'm sure you all have got a copy of that, seen a copy of this contract for the new contract for the year. I think this was a increase of, I think, 2,000, you said? A $2,000 increase from last year, 24 and 25. Do I have any questions or comments about the contract with Fox Group?
How long have we worked with Fox?
Forever.
Yeah,
Probably
20 plus,
98. Maybe we went with them 99 something.
yeah, 25 years probably. Okay, any comments or questions? If not, I'll take a motion and a second to approve.
So move. Second.
Roll call, please.
Garfield,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Thank you. Okay, next up is Watseka Family Festival discussion and possible action.
Hi, guys. Won't take up much of your time. We gave our spiel back in October. Buddy, Benny, you know, we went to
Name.
Sean Peters, your neighbor. We went to the county. We tried. I thought we put on a pretty good presentation. What we do in the community and the county speaks for itself. I think it benefits them, but it is what it is. I am happy to say we have secured acts for this year. Last year we found our niche and had 2 acts on Saturday night, and I'm pretty happy to say that I'll be signing contracts at the end of this week. That'll be 2 national acts on Friday night as well. So we're growing. We're building. Last year we drew from 11 states that come to our community. In the past, what did we look at? 13 states in the past 2 years. We're bringing people here. They're spending money. We spoke with businesses. We're here for a plea. We appreciate everything you guys have done to this point. Couldn't ask for more. Appreciate everything you guys do on a personal note. It's a tough-ass job that you're doing. So appreciate everything you guys do. Any questions? Jason, you want to say anything?
No, again, thank you guys for everything you've done in the past, and we appreciate all the assistance, and thank you again, Benny, for all your help.
I don't think we could ask you guys to work any harder than you do to get this thing going.
It's
don't
a,
think
yeah,
it's
if we
a
could
yearly-
find this to be a paid position, if you guys can figure out how to do it. No.
Yeah.
It's worth it. You know, I mean, I know all you guys. Rami, you're new. I've lived here pretty much all my life. I love this community. I get sick and tired of people saying there's nothing here to do. There's a lot here to do.
Yeah.
What do you put into it?
Right.
Yes.
You know, we have a lot of naysayers, but certain ones have never lifted a finger. They like to call what we do a soup kitchen. We're not a soup kitchen. We do a lot of good things.
Yep.
And we like it. We appreciate it. We appreciate the help from the fire department, from the public works, from you guys, from everybody. We built this. This was your guys' baby. For some of you guys that are new on the Aldermatic side, this was started by the city. We've been broke off for 3-4 years now, almost 4. Kathy, you probably know that number.
2019.
Mark started it in 2019.
2019.
Right. And, you know, it's built into, I mean, you guys laid the groundwork and we've ran with it and we've built something pretty freaking cool.
I
And
agree.
it's not just August. Last year alone, we did a veterans dinner for the post-23 members and any members in the
Any
community.
veteran,
Yeah, any veteran.
Not just Legion members.
We did a salute to first responders, had a great turnout from that, actually invited every department in the county. Well represented, I think 17 out of 23 was it? It was a very good number, and they were like, this is amazing what you guys are doing. We do the August event, and then we do the Winterfest event. So the donation that we ask for isn't just for one shot, it's for year round. So any questions? I'll quit rambling. You guys want to get home? I'm tired, I gotta be up early, I gotta get home. Jeff loves listening to me talk.
Since 2019, there's been a big transformation from zero until where we're at now. We got looking at, from the beginning, looking at the numbers, and we have contributed a lot of money
Sure.
towards this project to kind of help where it is now. I remember, because I was here in the beginning, that the thought behind our sponsorship was going to be, we were going to do what we could in the beginning and slowly fade away, I guess you'd call it,
Sure.
as your progress went and as your sponsorship got bigger and bigger, which it has. We were going to, I feel we were going to do less and less on the city side. That was kind of the way we originally thought of it. So I don't know where the rest of the council stands, where they want to go with it. We do have some money budgeted. I just checked with Kathy a while ago. As you guys know, a lot of our hotel motel tax is contributed towards this project, but that's $29,788 was from the hotel motel tax last year. So,
We need to build more motels.
what's that?
I said we need to build more motels.
Yeah. I know, you filled the area hotels. I
Yeah.
I got it. So I think some of the conversations I've had with some of the other aldermen is that we could, when I did the budget last year and the last couple of years now, and our promotions line in the budget is just not the hotel motel tax. A lot of that, some of that promotion money was pulled out of the general fund. I probably should have had a separate line in there for marketing and for the hotel motel tax. I probably should have done it that way, but I didn't. I made promotions one budget line, and I threw the hotel motel tax in there in the promotions line. So our promotions budget is a lot more than that, but it's designed to do more than just a family festival.
Sure.
So I don't know what other thoughts are. I hope other people speak up.
I would like to ask Lauren a question. I know we do a lot of work out there setting up and stuff. Ballpark estimate, I mean, are we looking at maybe 10,000 with equipment and man and stuff like that, or more or less, or?
I'd say less than that. It's
Less?
typically the first day we have a couple guys bringing barricades, garbage cans, things like that. And then throughout the week, I volunteer my time. And then after hours, we have some staff members volunteering their time. And then typically, so probably the first day, maybe a half a day for 2 or 3 guys, depending on how things are going. And then that following Monday, about the same, picking things up, hauling things back to the parks. But, we leave equipment out there that I utilize on my own time, or staff uses on their own time to move stuff around after hours on weekends. So it's a lot of volunteer time through the public works employees, not necessarily on payroll. So, I mean, it's definitely a lot of time. We definitely utilize equipment, but, we don't take away from our normal day-to-day.
Public Works have been awesome. I mean, you guys, most of you have been out there. You've seen a lot of the stuff, like the barricades and all that. We've been absolutely blessed with the FFA. Phil Wilkie brings busload after busload each class period, and they.
So Public Works works with the FFA, you know, we might transport stuff out, and FFA kids, they put out the barricades
They'll
as
come
we're
out,
driving
drop
the truck
the-
and trailer. And
Drop the barricade trailer and the FFA kids come out and set up the barricades.
so,
Or
I mean,
same, like picnic tables, they'll bring out trailer with picnic tables, and the FFA kids will offload them or, you know, put them where we need them at, or garbage cans.
I think we all realize that last year was a one-time thing.
Let's hope.
Yes.
On the moisture?
No, I mean the money.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I would have never asked for that much.
What do you mean? What we gave last year?
Yeah.
So I was just going to ask, historically remind me what have we given last?
Well, we started at 50,000, and it's been that, I think, basically all the time.
Okay.
And like Benny said, we was under the impression that would wean down.
As were we.
Yeah, and I don't think we want to go away. I think we want to stay with you guys and help as much as we can. But, you know, I think we need to cut it back some.
What are you looking for this year?
I'm going to ask for 50 again. And I say that with, guys, I mean, absolutely no disrespect. But since October, when we were in here and you kind of voted towards that way, and then, you know, you asked us to do a few things and everything, I've been operating under the notion of 50. But if you guys don't do that, it's your call. We support you guys. We appreciate the support you've given us. I'm still going to ask for 50.
You and I had a conversation, and
Yeah.
and you've built obviously his Saturday's been, but now you're adding Friday, and you've got a big act coming Friday. What would be the impact if we decide not to give you the full 50 amount? Will that have any impact, or do you feel like your fundraising efforts are strong enough right now that you can support that too?
Right there. It's right there.
I don't think, it wouldn't change anything this year.
No.
I was just say, I think our concerns would be next year
Moving forward.
would be impacted on,
We're gonna find out,
Last year, we added 25 besides 50.
right.
We did
so I mean,
75
we had a
last year?
good
75 last
festival
year.
last year, a good turnout. You know, obviously it's a big risk on who the entertainer is, what the turnout is. You know, if we have
And
another great
There's a ton
year,
of
then
variables there. We know what our ceiling is due to occupancy. And then you know what your ceiling is, what you can charge in this community that would actually be viable for everybody and, you know, people to enjoy.
Try to
So
keep
you're towing
everything-
that line both ways. So you're trying to build. So, you know, we're in 2026 now. We're building for 27 and 28. We're not here to throw a hell of a party in 26 and say, see you in 27. It's got to be sustainable. We are just right there. It has, and buddy, you know, you and I have talked about this. You've talked to a few of us about it. We have had a nightmare with 501c3. We're 501c3 now. I think that opens up a lot of avenues moving forward. Now, we're still waiting for the state to send us that final piece of paper that we have to use in order to apply for grants. And I think I'm preaching to the choir when we talk about getting things from the state of Illinois. But, you know, we're just right there. I don't think it wouldn't be a festival killer, Jeff. But if it doesn't work out, it could be detrimental to these things. You don't go backwards. You try and keep as lateral as possible. We're building Friday, not a ton of money wise, but we're building Friday because we've had phenomenal entertainment. Most of you who've been there, they've been excellent on Friday. But if it's not a name that people recognize, they don't come out. Mm-hmm. And that's the tough part. So what we're looking at doing is making a little bit on Friday, hitting the home run on Saturday. You do that with recognizable names, and this year we have 4 national acts doing it. And I can literally, I'll talk to each one of you. I just can't verbally say it right now because we're contractually obligated not to release to the public until March 4th.
and a reminder that, you know, this year we did a completely free kids zone that did cut into our budget, and we're probably going to be looking at the same thing next year because the carnivals just don't work here because of the timing.
I wasn't at the meeting.
So, I mean, realistically, we'll probably do something similar to what we did this
It'll
year,
have
which
a very-
is an all-free kids zone, and that is, you know, it impacts our budget quite a bit, but I think it's needed in this community.
With the festival being, you know, the week school starts and, you know, everybody is just thin. I mean, it's just, parents, there's a lot of paycheck to paycheck here in the city of Watseka.
Yeah.
And, and if these parents are going out, they gotta buy, you know, Jimmy and Joan a new pair of shoes, and we gotta have, you know,
Yeah.
backpacks and school supplies and all that stuff. There's just not the money there to sell the wristbands in order to support a
Yeah.
carnival.
I understand where you're coming from. That's one reason why I asked Sean to go to the county.
Yeah.
I mean, I got people asking me, I live here in town and you're using my taxes to pay for this, but then I still gotta buy a ticket. Where Joe Schmo lives across the street, across the city line, he doesn't have to pay any taxes, just a ticket, and he can walk in the door,
So-
it's the same as the rest of
And,
us.
and the one thing I say to that is encourage them to go up north and buy a ticket. And that's what we try and do, is keep the price down so we have these events for our community.
But I think the free stuff impacts our local residents more than the out-of-town people. The out-of-town people are coming strictly for the concert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
I
our
would agree.
local taxpayers that are contributing to this festival in a roundabout way, correct? They are receiving the free kids zones, the free entertainment for all the kids. There's a lot of free things throughout the entire day.
Winterfest.
Yeah, Winter
You know,
Fest.
when, you
All
know,
the
so
other events, that's what we
community's
try and target towards.
receiving that as a direct return is the way I look at that, and I don't know if that's right or wrong, but the out-of-town people, they don't, you know, there's no discounts on our concert tickets, but that's because they're coming here strictly for the concert. So they're coming here to help support the free things as well, so,
Yeah.
I mean.
We have looked into what, a neighboring county of ours, I'm not gonna use names. In the past, they had, if you had a license from that county, if you had a license from that county, you got a discounted thing. They're no longer doing that because that happened. I mean, it just, it stinks. It stinks, but it is.
Well, here's my thought, I guess. We historically have been giving $50,000, you said. Last year was higher. I know we talked about this last November to share that same
Couldn't remember
amount.
if it was October or not.
I don't remember either, but we talked about it a couple months ago about the 50,000. I think you had planned for that same amount in the budget for this year, if I'm correct. So, but I do agree that what you guys have built is really incredible, and I think you've built yourself a little bit of a savings to move forward that you can hopefully be sustainable on your own.
Absolutely.
So I guess my proposal would be that we continue with the 50 this year, but next year we plan to drop to 25, or we can discuss that next year based on needs.
In all sincerity, before we ever come in here in October, November, what it was, that's what we had talked about as a board, that we had figured that's what it was gonna be. So,
Hey, Jason? When you and I first started this, we looked at major corporate like Coke and Bud, and they didn't want to touch us because it was our first year. They didn't want to touch us mainly because we're just starting out. Have you guys looked at that anymore?
That's one thing with a 501c3, we can go after those guys.
Okay.
We can go after the PepsiCos,
As soon as we get the letter.
yeah, as
Yeah.
soon as we get that letter. and,
Okay.
Walmarts and the bigger corporations, so we can try to pull that money in.
Microphone.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Kathy
sorry.
raised it up so high for you.
And that's what the 501c3 stuff
Okay.
is gonna help us do, is go
Yeah,
after
I
those
know it just
that
bit
corporate
us, and
stuff.
you know
You know, when-
what, our first year.
Right. When we started, one of our main goals was to try to keep everything as low price as possible for the consumer, so to speak. It's hard to go to see two national acts for $25, $30. I mean,
Right.
and that's why we want to try to get as much donations as we can. Local support is fantastic. I mean, the local businesses and the banks and everybody, it's just phenomenal.
But Mark, you're right, there's a huge opportunity for
Yes.
those.
And that's what we were looking at back in
Yeah.
19 when we first started.
And
this,
most of you guys know the fiasco that we went through. We were told we had to go 501c3. We got the right guy in place to do it for us now. God bless George Quanzo.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey. Buddy's ready to throw a stapler at us 2 years in a row, and I don't blame him, because we were, Buddy, I had a full head of hair before I started on this board.
My hair was black.
But yeah, I mean, once we're there, the local grants, Donovan Trust, stuff like that, you can tap into those. Then you have the statewide grants. Then you have federal grants. I mean, I've told Jason, and he's like, shut up, and I'm going to say it anyways. My goal is to come in here one year and say, we appreciate everything you guys have done for us. We don't need your money, but thank you. But if you want to give us money, give us money, you know. But no, but no, I mean, that's a
No,
goal,
that's
and
what we
that's, I think it's a real possibility once you get that paper from the state and you tap into those resources.
Well, once you get it, you need to get it out there so people know you have it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Put it on every piece of paper you got and everything else like that. How do you, do some advertising on the internet? Because we had 3 people come down to visit us that night because of that concert, came down here to see it. I don't know if, and she just said she just happened to be on the internet and just ran across it.
Yeah, we tried something new, and not without taking up your time. Our marketing agency that we use through our promoter did, what do they call those? The banners, like on YouTube and different stuff like that. I think it worked well because any of you that were there last year was by far our best year. And that that's gonna be sustained. We're gonna continue to do that. So having the right marketing in place, which does cost a little bit of money, but that's huge. That's very big.
Okay, we have a proposal.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a proposal and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
That was for 50,000, correct?
50,000
Yes,
this year,
and 25
decrease
next year.
5 next, yeah.
Nah, I thought we were gonna revisit that.
Okay.
Next year's a new year, so 50,000 this year, plan to decrease next year.
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes.
Roll call carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah, appreciate what you do.
Sean,
Yes.
thank you for trying the counting. I wish something would work.
Yes, thank you.
Hey,
You did what I asked.
if we would just change the name to Iroquois County Family Festival, maybe.
It's a
I
county
hope you
event.
told the rest of them.
It's a county event just held in this town.
Yeah.
So thank you
Thanks,
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, all you do.
All right, next up is the Watseka Community Renewal Small Business Grant. Please state your name and who you're with and what we're talking about.
Thank you. My name is Helen Gerber, and also with me this evening is Donna Bedecker. We are representing Watseka Community Renewal, which is a 501c3. We are a group of volunteers who support small businesses and community-driven projects that strengthen Watseka's economy, culture, and future. You all have been given an overview of the grant, and you've also been given a copy of the application. I would like to add that we have attached a 4th page to that application. So if you are circulating the application, we need to get that 4th page to you. For a community to be successful, businesses need to be successful. And with that goal in mind, Watseka Community Renewal would like to see small businesses flourish and thus strengthen the economy of our town. To promote that goal, we are offering 5 grants of $1,000 each to an existing business or a potential business within Watseka city limits. Although this is a small offering, we believe this could be a catalyst for bigger outcomes. We are starting this as a pilot program, and we hope to grow it in the future. Specifics of the small business grant are in your handout. The applicant must have a Watseka address and business license. The award can be used for interior maintenance or renovation, beautification, purchase of equipment, marketing, advertising, or signage. Availability of applications and a timeline is also in the handout before you. By presenting here tonight, we are hopeful that you are aware of small businesses in your precincts that might benefit from this grant, and that you will share the information with your constituents. Council members and members of the Watseka Community Renewal Committee have common objectives of improving the vibrancy of our town and bettering the Watseka environment for its citizens. We will answer any questions you might have.
Thank you for so much for providing this opportunity for our community. I think
we're glad to do
it's-
it.
Yes.
Any questions?
It's a great, certainly a great idea.
Good.
Great concept.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome opportunity for businesses, so.
Thank
You said
you.
a storefront,
Thank you for your feedback.
you said something about a storefront location. That'd be anybody up and down the highway or
No, we have not limited to the down, we are not limiting it to downtown per se. We kind of started out that way, but then we thought about other businesses that extend beyond Main Street, and so we have just
But
opened
it
it up.
excludes home-based businesses, correct?
Cottage industries are not applicable
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Thank
That's it.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Helen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Helen.
Thanks, Ellen. Thanks, Donna.
Thanks, Helen, for all your work with the rocks, too.
Oh, well,
You know, she's responsible for a lot of the pretty flowers and the decorations that go up
Yes.
and
Lauren's a big help.
No decorator.
yeah, your small group of ladies, though, really is appreciated.
Yeah.
So,
It's nice to get the community involvement.
Yes.
we get a lot of
The
compliments
city can
on
only
that.
do so much on their own, so it's great to have organizations like the Rocks
Right.
to help out and donate and things
Yeah.
like that, so we appreciate everything.
Yeah.
We're so grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, shut up, my head's getting.
All right. Last in this committee is we accepted the funds from the Save Our Station Depot. They gave us a final check after they paid their final expenses to finish up what they had to do with there. We received $102,629.98. It is going to be we are going to create a separate line in our ledger, in our budget, just for the depot. So all the income and the expenses are going to come out of the depot's budget line. It's not going to be in a general fund. It's going to have its own ledger in our budget. So I think that was some questions in the very beginning. So I want to make sure I clarify that, where those funds were going to go to. We are going to have expenses. We intend on putting some security cameras and security locks, such like that, in the beginning to make it usable for the city. So just want to let everybody know that we received the final acceptance from the committee, from the Save Our Station Committee. Any questions about the depot?
we will be continuing with renting the basement out?
Yes,
I realize that would be down the road a little bit after once get all organized.
yes. Our intention is to still provide that to whoever would like to do that. We're going to offer some other stuff there, I think, that the citizens are going to be very appreciative of. So, good things to come with the depot. All right, anything else for Finance Committee? Nothing else? I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, next for tonight, be Public Works, Water and Wastewater. Kathy, you'd like to call a meeting to order?
Garfield,
Call.
Here.
Yeah.
Mensch,
Here.
DeWitt, Miller,
Here.
Peterson,
Yes.
Pence,
Here.
Rolfs,
Here.
Bro,
Here.
Mayor,
Here.
8 present, 1 absent.
Okay, public comment. Do we have any public here wants to comment? Not seeing any, we'll move on to Lauren.
Good evening, council. First here on my list is our well 12 on North Street. I'm hoping to have a proposal from Peerless Midwest on a pilot plant to treat for iron and arsenic. We don't have to treat for either. Treating for iron is just gonna improve the water quality that we'll be producing. The arsenic is at about half the EPA limits. My fear is the EPA will constantly reduce that limit. You know, next will be a 5-part, which would put us over. So if we're looking at treatment, we should look at both iron and arsenic, which should be able to be treated with a different form of media within that same filter. So if we're going to look at one, we might as well look at both during a pilot plant to give us a better outlook on what we can and can't do there. Keith had reached out to another company, Peterson and Mack, to give us some other prices and options on filtration. So hopefully we'll have some numbers possibly by next week. If not, it'll be next month.
We intended to use the CURE funds for that, correct?
The what?
ARPA funds,
The ARPA funds, yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
But this will give us a better view of what kind of filtration is needed, so we can get pricing on whether we move forward immediately with filtration or we do this in stages, where the first stage may be just well and chemical treatment per EPA standards, and then the next phase may be filtration, or if we can afford to do both at the same time. So distribution system, we're up to 1,606 radio reads. We're able to read the entire town's water meters, in just over 2 days.
Mhm.
That's
So
awesome.
It
we
is
have about
great.
6. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, especially this time of year when you're starting off the day -5 degrees, to be able to just go get radio reads versus going out walking the entire town.
What do we have left to do? What will
About
finish that?
600, about
Mhm.
600 radios, but we have some meters. So I just purchased some larger commercial meters so we can get radios put on them, like IMH and a few other larger buildings. And then after this week's reads, I have got a list of how many meters we need to change in order to install radios. Some parts of the community we may not put radios on, like Kingdon's Apartments. There's a slew of about 24 meters in the same room. Doesn't really make sense to add radios to 24 meters when you can just walk down and just grab all the reads within a few minutes. So we're just trying to make sense of what we really need. But realistically, I could see needing it probably about 400 still. But I'm hoping to get that completed in 2026. So the guys are very appreciative of the city moving forward with radios, especially this year. So nothing really to discuss between valve exercising, lead service lines that'll pick back up the spring. The grant for the water main extension on Elm Street. I'm gonna let Keith fill you in on that, but we're expecting, what was that, February 14th?
February 12th bid opening. So that one had a longer bid period because the contractors have to advertise for DBE contractors, and they have to report that to the EPA. So we've sent that notice. We've reminded the contractors a couple of times now. One of the biggest challenges with this EPA money is contractors don't solicit for DBE, and the EPA rejects their bids. So we've been following up with the contractors to make sure that they are getting that notice into the paper.
And we did break this into 2 parts, two bid alternates, Elm Street and 3rd Street. So we only received $450,000 debt forgiveness grant. So depending on where the bids come in, we may do one or the other. I highly doubt we'll receive costs to do both. As you're aware, we brought the 12-inch water main down to Sycamore, so they'll be picking up where we left off if that's the section they do. If they do 3rd Street, then we'll bring that back in-house and complete the rest of Elm Street ourselves. North Street, Robinson's working on an estimate. Keith found that we've done some engineering previously for North Street, so he's able to use the topo and other parts of that. So that'll help reduce the cost in engineering for that project. And this is the project on North, the run from the tracks down the Route 1 to Jefferson. And we're gonna be utilizing TIF funds for that portion of the water main.
And that would pick up the new, pump or
And to
well.
pick up the new well. So Keith, what we need is a proposal from him, hopefully, possibly by next week, if not next month. So we move forward with getting the IEPA permitting for that project, but we'll see that soon enough. Water main breaks, we've had 2 this last month. Last weekend, we had one there on 4th Street. It was an extremely large water main break. Unfortunately, there was some damage to the building next door, so we will have some insurance claims we're dealing with. It flooded out the basement. Unfortunately, the foundation, the wall caved in. It looked like there was a repair, or whether it was a coal chute or a door on the building that was filled in at one point that collapsed, filled the building full of water. So not much we could do. We responded in a timely fashion, isolated it as best we could. We had repairs done within a few hours, but it's completely out of our control. It was a 6-inch water main.
I guess I didn't ask you the condition of that, and how old is it, do you think, the water main?
That water main.
Was that a 6-inch?
It's a 6-inch water main. I couldn't tell you the age. It's a ductile iron pipe.
It was iron pipe?
Yeah, probably 50, 60 years old, I would imagine. There was a smaller, what we assume was a water main within about 1.5 feet of that. I don't know if that 6-inch replaced the original water main at one point. We had our hands full with the repairs. So, in discussing this, I do want to give kudos to our Watseka Fire Department. They came in, helped with traffic control, helped pump the basement down. Tremendous help. Just an absolute blessing to have on board with us. They are always willing and able to help us with equipment, traffic control, things like that. So they were out there with us the whole time. Sunday was pretty brutal with the weather and the wind. So I would definitely want to give Chief Byer and his crew a big thank you. Other water main projects, not much to report on the one we completed here from Brianna to Sycamore, other than driveways will be repaired this spring. The 2nd Street water main project, we're still discussing funds with TIF. So that will be moving forward with here within the next couple months once the weather breaks. Next on my list, GIS mapping, adding other layers, working with Wessler Engineering currently, trying to add some work reports to this for conditions and things like that, inspections. Parks, our Oscillate grant for Lakeview, we have ordered our splash pad, the 48 by 58 splash pad with 30 fixtures on there. We have received multiple proposals for the amphitheater, band shell. I think we've narrowed it down to a 24 by 30. Is it 24 by 30? 24 by 34.
34.
34, okay. So we have a 24 by 34 sloped band shell with a curved roof. It's wood-lined interior, so that way it'll work with acoustics, things like that. It is an actual band shell, not just a pavilion. So that was the goal, to get something other than just a pavilion that's not going to work with acoustics. So that cost came in at about $22,000 more in material than we had budgeted for. But with removing amenities and bringing the work in-house, we'll still be under our total budget of 172,000 for that band shell, so.
I saw one the other day down in downtown Rantoul. I think we ought to take a look at it. It's really nice.
We haven't ordered this yet, so maybe after the meeting, show you guys what we're looking at.
Very basic, but I was very impressed driving by it.
This style,
Taking pictures, but
Mr. Miller and the mayor had seen in Paris, Illinois, and they actually had sent me some pictures of it, and so I'll show you this, see if it's comparable to what you've seen in Rantoul.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just trying to get materials here on site, so when the ground thaws and the weather breaks, we can get started on different projects. As you all are aware, we are pretty booked for this summer, so we need to get started as soon as possible. So the last thing I want to do is wait for materials. The bathroom is currently with our architectural engineer designing that for us, so that way we can get some prices on the block, the brick and mortar portion of it.
You said it's gonna be like Peters Park?
It'll be similar to Peters Park, yep. It'll be a men's and women's with a center closet in it for utilities and storage.
Okay.
Handicapped accessible and so forth, so. Streets, we are looking at a bid on
February 2nd for the Oak Street project. We had a couple back and forths with IDOT. I received an email today that he confirmed it will be in Thursday's bulletin of this week. It'll post in Thursday's bulletin of next week, and bid opening on February 2nd here at City Hall.
Okay.
We did not purchase any asphalt. That should have been deleted. We received our salt. As mentioned previously, we were struggling to get salt from Morton. Currently, we're doing pretty good. We may track with our budget after all. We started off with a pretty harsh winter, and we've been able to work with what we have. So I think we'll still fall within our budget as long as winter doesn't extend to June. So the way it's going. Staffing, we're down another employee, so we're down a total of 2 employees. Struggling to retain employees. They learn pretty quickly from us and tend to move on for more money. So that is still a struggle that we're working on trying to figure out how to resolve. So hopefully we'll have some answers in the near future. We'll be hiring soon. I brought in a seasonal help, a high schooler, for a couple hours a day to help out with kind of filling in the void there, and then hopefully if he's interested in staying on for the summer, it could be a good fill for a full-time position. Nothing on miscellaneous equipment. I was able to get Ron Equipment motivated and accepted our new truck from LeBeau's Friday, and they will be starting on that next week. So we went down there today, laid out where we wanted all the controls. They have the box, they have the plow, so they said 3 to 4 weeks they should have the new truck up and going for us.
Did you skip wastewater treatment plant?
Oh, yeah, you know what I did, sorry. I completely skipped that, sorry. So wastewater, the new VFDs were installed last month. I submitted all the paperwork to Ameren for the incentive payment. I have not received anything yet, but should receive something in the near future. Our first flush pumps were installed. We're waiting for Gas Voda to do the startup on that. They were out last week, had some troubles. Hoping they'll be back yet this week or next week to finish the startup on those pumps. So it's, when I say troubles, it's nothing major. We just have to run a conduit for communication wires. So, no movement on slide gates. No real movement on sludge drying beds. They're still functioning. As you're aware, the VFDs were phase 1. I'll be looking at cost on the smart BRP system for the phosphorus biological removal system. I think we got some prices on that last year, so we'll update those costs and possibly move forward with that later this year. I'll be seeking some grants and things like that and see if we can't get an offset on cost before we have 5 years to complete it, so I'm hoping to get in some grants. That way we're not spending money out of budget to move forward with these different projects to meet the EPA's requirements. But other than that, that is about all I have. I'll let Keith chime in if he has anything on his project list that we didn't touch bases on.
I think we went through all the ones that I had, so unless you guys have any questions.
And I did receive Mr. Bro's list of roads, so I will be going through those. Some of those are already on my radar. It's just a matter of timing and money. As you're all aware, we only receive about $200,000 in MFT funds, so we can only do so much annually. Any questions for water, wastewater, public works?
The only one I had mentioned, and I think I said this to you guys before, just one block on South Third Street between Mulberry and Washington. It's alligatored up pretty bad. It's where a lot of school traffic is, bus traffic. It's just a resurface there, I think. I don't think we need to do any underground work. So I don't know if you can put that on your list or not, or add it to your list.
We did cores there, so we can take a look at that and see if it is more than just a mill and overlay, or if there's gonna be more work needed.
Okay.
We can dig into that and see if it's something that we can get done.
I think the road's pretty flat. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, up until Washington, it is flat.
Yeah, anything
After
past
that.
south is a mess.
Hey, Lauren, on Oak Street from 8th down, well, right there, just east of 8th, that, I don't know if it's sanitary or storm, but that tile's been coming up for years, but it's starting to stick up more and more. You can see it all the way across the street.
On Oak between what?
Just east of 8th, by
East.
about 50 feet. You'll see it. It's all the way across the street. It's sticking up about 6-7 inches.
Okay, I'll take a
I'm
look
really
at it.
surprised it hasn't collapsed under the semis.
Okay. Okay, I
It's
think
been
I know
there-
where, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about, yeah.
About 2 houses in.
Yeah. I'll take a look at that and see what needs to happen, if it's just the road settling or if we have
It's
some-
actually buckling.
is it- That's what I'm worried about, is the roads actually settling, not a pipe heaving.
Yeah.
So I'll take a look at that.
Like I said, I'm surprised it just hasn't given way with all the semi-traffic in and out there.
Well, we have a lot of traffic and a lot of cranes that are on that road,
Yeah.
that are permits without receiving permits from the city. So that is something we really need to crack down on, is the permit loads that are not on state highways. They should, even though they receive an IDOT permit, does not give them the permission to get off the truck routes, the state highways. Their IDOT permit only allows them to get through on the state highway, period. Not even the truck routes. They aren't allowed to travel within the city limits, period, just because they have a permit from IDOT. And I've gone through this with IDOT. They have to get a permit, a local permit from the city of Watseka to get off the state highway, period. So we really need to start enforcing our permit loads. They're oversized. I mean, not only is it damaging our roads, but we are, I mean, it's an opportunity to give big tickets. The oversized tickets are expensive. And they're expensive because the damages they do to our roadways and our pipes and different things like that, they damage. And we really need to collect on some of that.
Well, the one that went by my house last year pulled down a lot of wires and everything too.
And that's where there was a misconception on, they have an IDOT permit, they're allowed to do that because their IDOT permit shows that is the route to go on. But you read the permit, it states that they have to still receive permits from the local cities. until they receive that permit is completely useless off the state highway.
Okay.
Okay, any other member inquiries?
I just got one thing, Don.
Okay.
I don't know how many people go to different towns, but I've been in Manteno and Rantoul recently, and this has got nothing to do with this committee, it's just general information. And Terry actually jogged my memory by saying Rantoul. I know we can't do it with our downtown because it's a state highway, but if anyone's been in downtown Rantoul lately, get a chance to go down there and see what they've done with their downtown. I'm in Rantoul quite regularly. What they've done in the last just 2 years is astounding. It's been ran down for the last 10, 15 years, and they've gotten grants, state and federal. They've changed their downtown dramatically. You guys would be impressed from what it was 5 years ago to what it is today. The architecture they've done, I know we can't do it here because they've got overhangs and structure overhangs. We can't do it here, but there's a lot of stuff we could do on the sidewalks. I'm not a big beautification guy. I'm the first one to admit that, but I do like how Rantoul looks. I do like how Manteno looks. I do like how Kankakee looks. It's some small stuff like that I think we could do here. I would encourage other council members. Rantoul's, I would say, is probably the best turnover town I've seen yet compared to what it's been 5 years ago. That's all I got.
Have we looked into our streetscape grants lately as far as how our scoring was?
No.
I think it's still something we should continue to pursue. We spent
Yeah.
money on engineering.
I could touch base with them again.
I mean, yeah, if anyone's been, like, Terry, I'm sure you've been down there in the last 5 years. You know what it looked like. It was really, really looking bad, ran down, and the amount of money they put into it, it looks heads and tails completely 180 now compared to what it was.
Well, it'd be nice to take our efforts and these ladies' efforts to, work something out to make it, make Watseka. you know.
Yes.
We can't redo the whole town, but we can sure dress it up nice. And
I agree.
Thanks to these ladies, they've done a lot of that for us.
Yes.
So,
I think we can take it to the next step.
yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay, nothing else? Then I call for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
We are done.
Aye.
Thank you, ladies.